Welcome back to History and Freemasonry. If you enjoy these deep dives into the craft, its hidden history, its symbols, and its mysteries, please like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Your support helps this channel grow and allows us to strengthen our Masonic community together in harmony and in light. Thank you, my friends. Now, let's begin. The Brotherhood marked for erasure. In the shadows of World War II, while history remembers the persecution of Jews, Roma, political dissidents, and clergy, another group was hunted almost into extinction: Freemasons. Across Europe, authoritarian regimes declared Freemasonry an enemy of the state. Lodges were shut down, records were seized, members were arrested, deported, and murdered. And for decades, this story remained largely untold. To understand why Freemasons were targeted, we must understand what they represented. Freemasonry stood for liberty of conscience, moral equality, free inquiry, and fraternity beyond blood or race. To totalitarian governments built on obedience, hierarchy, and mythic nationalism, this was intolerable. In Nazi Germany, the regime of Adolf Hitler embraced the belief in a so-called Jewish Masonic conspiracy. Freemasons were portrayed as secret puppet masters undermining nations from within. By 1935, all German lodges were dissolved, their temples looted, and their archives seized. Heinrich Himmler ordered Masonic records collected across occupied Europe. These documents were weaponized, used to identify members, dismantle networks, and fuel propaganda exhibitions portraying Freemasonry as a global enemy. Freemasons arrested by the Nazis were classified as political prisoners. Many were sent to concentration camps, where they wore the red inverted triangle. Thousands never returned. In Vichy France, the collaborationist regime went even further. Authorities compiled a registry of more than 64,000 Freemasons. Civil servants lost their jobs. Masons were arrested, deported, or executed. Some joined the resistance. Others were betrayed by former brothers who chose collaboration. In Fascist Italy, Benito Mussolini outlawed Freemasonry as early as 1925. Lodges were shut down, property seized, and members imprisoned. By the outbreak of World War II, Italian Freemasonry had been nearly erased. Perhaps nowhere was the hatred more extreme than in Spain. Under Francisco Franco, Freemasonry was declared a criminal conspiracy. Membership itself became punishable by long imprisonment or death. And yet, even in the camps, the light was not extinguished. In 1943, inside a Nazi concentration camp in Germany, 7 imprisoned Freemasons secretly formed a lodge known as Liberté Chérie, Liberty Beloved. Behind barbed wire and under constant threat of execution, they held ritual meetings, reaffirming brotherhood in a world designed to destroy it. When the war ended, Freemasonry in Europe lay in ruins. Lodges were empty. Membership lists had become death warrants. Survivors often chose silence. But history remembers, and so must we. If you find Masonic history enlightening, please like, share, and subscribe, and continue your journey in the light of the great architect of the universe. Thank you.